I don't know why it's doing that. Nobody informs me.
Call this meeting to order. The HCC Exec Committee meeting for May 7th, 2020. All executive members present. Is there any public comment?
No, but the
Do we have minutes from our meeting?
Yeah. Please.
All right. Are there any changes to the minutes from last exec committee? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
All of it. I'm to approve. The minutes of April 1st.
Second.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. We'll go unanimous consent. Is there any opposition? All right, motion passes. Minutes are adopted. All right, we'll move into updates. So next meeting is May 28th, the budget committee meeting. I will be online. I don't really want to chair from online. So if we have a more traditional agenda like we have this set up, are you comfortable carrying that part?
Yeah.
And then once we move into the budget stuff, you take over. Okay. And then you'll have to do the swearing in as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I added in the swearing in of Sam Brown and Caleb Ellis. I have not gotten confirmation that they will in fact attend. Caleb has not been fully approved by the District 3 members yet.
Okay.
So if they attend, we'll swear them in. If they don't, then we don't.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting to hear about Caleb, but Sam has been approved and he was a former HCC member. But he hasn't told me whether or not he's coming to me.
What I would recommend for our next agenda is to cut everything except for new business, which is the HCC budget recommendation and officer reports. We're just not going to get through it unless we can breathe through the budget.
So cut out officer reports and just go right into new business? Or you want?
Well, we could cut officer report. Does anyone have anything pressing?
I don't have anything additional.
I'd say, yeah, let's cut officer reports and then
And only have attendees reports in writing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to call on people and have them reread what I've got in writing.
Yeah.
And the majority of it's budget oriented anyway.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So cut out coordinator and Emily Mowers.
Yeah, unless if we should keep your report in there. I don't know if we need outreach though.
She might report on how the art walk went.
You could just have a written thing.
Oh, okay, I'll put written.
I mean, it's also possible we blow through the budget recs in like 30 minutes, but I think just take care and let it talk and let's strike everything else.
Just, and everything else will come in writing. If it's not there, they're not gonna speak. Okay. Good.
So Ben, I'm not as good as you at when there was discussion on how things should be worded or whatever, and then you vote on an amendment to the main thing, and I don't know how to sounded.
I could do that.
You know what I mean? Like if there's discussion or.
Yeah, I can do the parliamentary stuff. The only problem is I'm not going to be able to see people in the room very well, so I can't do a speakers list. That's why I don't want to share.
I can kind of help.
I can do that.
It's not that.
I can certainly do the parliamentarian stuff, like when.
Because you're really good at that, like keeping people.
Just make sure you always, when in doubt, open it for discussion one more time. Yeah, and then say, okay, we're ready to do a roll call vote. And then I'll call off the names. Okay.
How are we voting on it? As a group, as a whole thing, or in sections? I guess that's my question.
If I remember
Did we do it
correctly,
in sections?
last year we had section presentations, and then if there was anything that we wanted to talk about, we'd pull it out and discuss that individually. if it was amended or passed or removed, that would update the whole document. And we move on to the next section, and then at the very end, we'd approve it with everything.
New document.
Yeah. So, since you're not gonna be authoring every section, when somebody's section comes up that they spearheaded, just have them present everything in there and then have a discussion if we need to. So,
So do it in sections.
Make motions for the sections also.
um,
I would refer to that full end, God. That would take forever. What did we do last year?
I think we did the whole thing.
I think so too.
We voted on the whole thing. Like we discussed in sections and
Yeah, there were a couple things that we discussed, but not really a lot
No.
on much else.
yeah, I think we would make a motion to pull something out for consideration and then consider it. But, I don't know, there's a few ways you can do it.
Well, I mean, we want everybody to read it and then they have comments, I guess. But I mean, as opposed to going like this, even today is kind of taking forever to go through each section.
Yeah, it is.
So I'll just make sure to get it to everyone in plenty of time and reiterate. Please read. If you have questions, one or two, have them ready.
Yeah, have them ready. Or we can just look through and say any comments on the finance section, any comments on public works, whatever.
Yeah, we could do that. Any comments or additions?
I think we should present each one separately, rather than just open up for comments right away, in case there is public on. It's better to have that discussion out in the open rather than just reviewing everything and voting on it right away. But I think if I remember right, our last year, most of our focus was on general fund and the rest went pretty smooth.
Yeah,
So we'll probably have a good idea of what is going to merit discussion and what won't. So
so,
maybe just prepping for those discussions prior. And then, I mean, random things could come out, but I think once again, we're gonna be messing mostly with the reserves.
Which gets presented. When does the reserve get?
General. Yeah, it'll be right away.
And if we have to go a little bit longer, that's okay. I mean, this is a big part of what we do, so.
right.
It sounds like it's a big time frame, an hour and a half to 2 hours we have. Well, good.
Yeah, I think that'll be.
So, how do you want me to post this then? Just put in writing only under those sections? Or completely leave them out?
Or maybe when you send it, just say. All of these things will be in writing. Please provide
Written report only. Okay.
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, written reports are as
I don't know
follows.
what's correct. Save time.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a standard rule set on how to set the agenda, so I would say that would work. Just put
Like,
written reports, something like that.
okay. And then again, we could ask, is there any discussion or problems with these? Otherwise, just move on.
clarifying questions.
Right.
I was just looking at the board reports. I think Pat Beck asked to be taken off. There was some change. I don't remember.
Do something.
Oh, she wants to be off the MPO.
Okay,
So I'm sorry, I thought she was off.
that's okay.
So I'll put Ann Hasreth.
And is Joe still in there?
Well, after the legislature, he said he might be interested, so I'm leaving him on temporarily until we talk. Sorry, I thought I had her name.
No, it's okay.
Is it Ann with an E or just Ann?
Ann Hasreth is an E.
And Hasreth.
A-N-N.
And then if we're gonna meet again as a budget committee, and we'll have
Remember, I'm going to be gone.
Yeah, you're gone.
when do you leave?
I leave on Tuesday.
Oh, Okay, you're gone till like late
for
May.
10 days.
Peggy Andrew called to order, the numbering just was a little off.
Oh,
And then there's Memorial
Before you
Day, so.
posted.
What do you think? I know, I'm sorry. I mean, you guys can meet without.
what is it, when you're gone again? I have it at home, but I'm gonna write down here, May 14th through what?
24th.
Flesh out and kind of correct the stuff that was
Yeah,
only relevant for next
I
year,
can get a
not
fresh
last year.
thing going or pig can or whoever, just to get all the colored stuff out and start, and we can do some of these suggestions on the
And-
first page.
Do you
Once
want
we
it in a
have-
cover letter like I did last year? A pretty cover?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought we looked professional. Okay.
So when, do you want us to send you our drafts, like, by what date? By, like. You're leaving,
I'm leaving on Tuesday.
yeah, leaving on Tuesday, so by,
Well, Monday would be nice. I mean, then I can maybe block out.
would you have time if we got to you by Monday?
Maybe.
So we'll have Peggy send out the link to all the meetings, because we can't really do this off of memory or notes, so,
Right.
and then I can look at general fund over the weekend.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Um, I'll
And then
have-
remember to look up those agenda PDFs, because that's what the person presented.
Those quite a bit.
Well,
Yeah.
if we have this as a Google Doc, I mean, I could just, even if you're
It's
already,
Google Doc.
it is a Google
It
Doc.
is.
Okay.
It's up and shared with you. So
Okay,
if people are
Okay,
able
alright.
and like to do that, it's out there.
okay.
And I could get a fresh one going if you think we need to. Get rid of the yellow stuff.
No, maybe just accept the changes and. So we could,
Yeah.
we could go back
Okay,
in the
I will
history.
clean it up.
Okay,
So
it's
clean it
ready.
up from what we had tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, great. Of course, you already set up a Google.
but I don't think like Anne and Nancy probably do Google Docs.
It doesn't sound like it. No.
Oh,
And I don't, because I don't want to use my personal Google email.
Yeah, and you don't, because the whole.
It's so confusing and it's.
So
not
I don't know,
my
how
name,
do
it's
you want, me to like,
You just still
keep
send it
sending
to
you
me,
stuff?
but then I can change it to a word at the very end.
Oh, okay,
Is that okay?
yeah,
Yeah.
If we have people drafting stuff that don't know how to Google Doc, just have them send you a write-up. And you can put it in there, or they can send it to me and I'll put it in there.
I wonder if they might send it to everybody just in case they send it to you after you're gone, though, then somebody could pop it in there. I worry about something going to you only and then you're not,
right, I'm not here.
you're
Yeah,
gone.
maybe send it to the group or something.
You see, my personal Google is my maiden name and it's, yeah, I don't really want it, so it's just you. Yeah, and I didn't want to open yet a third account for HCC. We have 3 email accounts.
Right, and it's so confusing.
It's like, that's just too much. Are we finished here, Beth?
Are we all on the same page?
Okay.
Well, thank you for running the meeting.